I just think from a very different perspective. When I have to like reframe it so that I'm able to think it's like, oh, just like waiting for me, or I don't want to cry right now. But I have to think about it from like a perspective of I think that we'll all end up in the same place one day. I think that like go to heaven and you'll all be together. So at the end of the day, like how much and it sounds depressing because it's like, how much does this really matter? You can live a little bit more like freely. It's not that big of a deal. Like this in the grand scheme of things, I really think that like we will go to heaven and there's going to be our time on earth is like 0.01% of our time, like in eternity. When I live from that perspective, it does really help me. It's helpful in grief because I'm like, I'm not here for that long. Like it's gonna, one day, like we'll all be back together and it'll be okay. And this will be such a small time in the grand scheme of things. But it's also just really helpful in like my day to day when I'm like getting stressed about something, or I'm like, oh my God, or obviously running a business outside of like my social media stuff is like very difficult. Like it does help me live in a way that is